Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new episode of Discovering Steven Universe. Today, the episode I'm going to be watching is Monster Reunion. And I mentioned this at the end of the previous video, but my guess here, and I think the most likely of the two possible situations I was thinking of, is that we're going to see the monster, or the corrupted gem that Steven tried to rehabilitate, Centipedal, I think, but we're going to see that one come back. That's my theory for this episode. So let's find out whether or not I'm right. Or I guess I will, because most of you have probably already seen this episode. But without any further ado, let's begin Monster Reunion. And go.
We were just about to put away the dishes.
Look what I can do! Alright!
What is the meaning of this?
I'll get you to change your mind.
Oh!
Why did you agree to this?
I lost the battle of will.
Gotcha.
Is it work? Did it work?
Is it working?
Huh.
It worked!
Did it?
Steven.
I have to try. I made a promise. Please.
That face works way too well on that.
What are we going to do with her?
Steven, you're a genius. Okay, maybe not. That's alright. I have another
That face.
What are you adding?
Aw.
You remember we were buds. Do you remember anything from before you... You stopped. You heard something. From the sky, a sound. A song? And then...
Oh. Oh.
Hey, wait for Steven!
I'm sorry I'm not saying much. I just...
Hey now! This is my style!
Can I hang with you, dudes?
Why not?
Will you teach me to ride a gem?
Oh, Steven, it's very complicated, and you won't have much use for it.
Just a few things, like, hi, how are you? Where's the bathroom? And I'm sorry.
Huh.
Where could you go? I just adore you. I wish that...
I said this earlier. I'm really sorry if there was a good portion of that, especially on the YouTube version here, that I skipped over. That was just... Huh. I didn't expect that at all. I'm honestly left rather speechless by how that went. And it has me even more intrigued now as to what the diamonds actually do to people. It's like, it's the corruption from the diamonds that, or like damage from the diamonds that corrupts them. So, yeah, I don't know, I have so many questions. It's the best track by far for this episode has to be during the segment where Centipedal, or whatever her name actually may be, but after landed near the ship and was trying to find the entrance, and just the intense, sad music that was playing there. But the way they described corruption, it doesn't explain it, but at the same time, I understand what they're getting at. Like the comparison that Garnet gave as corruption is like if it hadn't been like tearing the fabric of the stuffed bear, but rather tearing the mind. So it's like it's not anything physical for the gems that gets damaged. It's like it actually it corrupts everything within them, everything that makes them themselves. And it was amazing to see that Steven's powers can actually heal some of that. It's actually able to revert some of that corruption. Unfortunately, it does seem temporary as far as the physical form goes, because she was more humanoid for a bit, but then obviously, especially near the end, was no longer able to maintain that humanoid form. She reverted back to like the centipedal form, which amazingly enough, her crew actually assumed similar forms as well. Which I feel like we have seen multiple centipedals before, but I thought they were just sort of like almost extensions of the main big centipedal. I don't know, maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But I do find it interesting that in this corruption, her crew ended up looking very much like her in the end. So I wonder if the corruption, like, yes, it corrupts them, but there is, I don't know if a pattern is the right way to put it, but depending on the type of gem that they are, if they become corrupted, it is a more or less consistent form that they take. Which begs the question, like, how many different types of gems are there out there, and how many of them might we see throughout the course of this show? Now, you all know far more than I do as far as how many gems are like actually shown so far throughout the course of the show, and I'm interested in seeing more of that. And I don't know, maybe finding out what a corrupted amethyst looks like, what a corrupted ruby, sapphire, lapis. And I say lapis because she's in the preview image for the next episode. These are the kind of episodes I live for. Those that progress the plot, even if not necessarily in the grand scheme of things, but this has furthered my knowledge of the gems, what happens to the gems, like, and it's raised so many questions in my mind about, again, what happens to them when they become corrupted, how they become corrupted. Clearly, the diamonds have something to do with it. Which, before I end this episode, I do have a huge question. I know people pointed out that there were 4 diamonds. Like when they went to the moon base, there were 4 different diamonds. There's a yellow diamond, there's a blue diamond, there's a pink diamond, and apparently a white diamond. So there's 4 of them. But in that drawing, they only showed 3. So why? Why were there only 3 diamonds? I have a feeling I'm gonna hopefully learn more about that as I go along. But my interest in it is definitely piqued. And I think I will actually watch one more episode of of Steven Universe before I finish for the night. And that next episode is going to be Alone at Sea. And again, apparently Lapis makes an appearance in this one because she is in the preview image. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you all so much for being here, as always, for checking out the videos. If you have any thoughts you would like to share in the comments down below, please do so. Let me know what you think of this episode, my thoughts on it. If you disagree with me, I would like to hear why. And also, if you are interested at all in becoming a patron for the PapaKennMedia channel, there's a link in the description down below, as well as at the end of this video. And for as little as $1 a month, you can get episodes like this, discovering classic Doctor Who, discovering Doctor Who when it starts showing again, and other shows as they come out, anywhere from around a day to a week or more ahead of time. They'll be available to you on the Patreon, and yeah, if that interests you at all, go check it out. But until next time, everyone, for Alone at Sea, I am Papa Kenn, and I will see you in the next episode of Discovering Steven Universe.